Hey, 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 hi friends. Welcome to a Reindeer Readthon reading sprint. Let us know in the chat if you're joining in, what team you're on, and what you're going to be reading. I'm Hannah. If I haven't talked to you yet online, I feel like I'm constantly messaging you all in Discord or responding back to your DMs. So thank you for messaging me because I like meeting new bookish friends. Kristin, you want to say hi, introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Kristin. Channel's Kristin Craves Books, and now we have a visitor.
Oh,
This is Crumpet. She wanted to say hello. She'll be back and forth. She's just scratching my chair. So if you hear stuff in the background, that's who it is.
She's so cute. I feel like Crumpet's like a Christmassy name too.
Yeah, it's like very British because all my cats have C names and they're food related.
What are the other names?
I've had a lot, they're not all still alive, but I've always, so by the time I got to her, it's like, okay, I'm running out of C names. But right now I have Crumpet and Coffee.
Crumpet and Coffee. That's so cute. And it goes together.
Yeah, I've had Cappuccino, Cocoa. So they're all like those kind of things.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
I love that. I love when people choose names that go together.
Yeah, like a theme.
I got my new Christmas shirt today, by the way, or not today, but I finally wore it.
Oh, that's adorable.
It just came in the mail. It's from an Arizona shop, actually. She's like a small shop. She totally blew up because Oprah's book club reposted her once.
Oh, wow.
And so now she's just big time. She's super cool. Her business is called Bookshelf Tees, and she has a lot of really cool designs. I think I have 15 of her t-shirts. They're just super soft. I've never been gifted any. It's not an ad. I just love them. I bought them all. But they're my favorite. Yeah, her Instagram is just the same. I think she's on TikTok too. Same Bookshelf Tees. Her name is Lauren. All right, let's see what you all are reading and see what's up. What teams we got joining. All right, we got some Team Mistletoe, Team Candy Cane. Let's see, more Team Candy Cane. Ooh.
I wonder who that is.
I like the secret emoji codes. That's always
yeah.
Hi, Michaela. Going to listen to all the feels. I'm guessing that's the book title. Let us know. Audiobook. Hey, I was like, is that this? What does this mean? What is
I know. This? I wish those kind of things, they don't show up on StreamYard. Like those. It's annoying.
No, bummer.
Get together, StreamYard.
Kate, hello. Finally able to make one of these sprints, at least for a bit, and a little secret team stalking emoji.
It's so funny because Kate's a friend and randomly got put on team stalking, so I was happy.
That's so
lucky.
Cool.
Yeah.
I told you that my mom wanted to join, and I was going to laugh so hard if she joined the Reindeer Readthon and she got any team besides mine. I was like, thanks, Mom, the first time.
I would have taken your mom. Put your mom on my team.
She's a good reader. She's always been a reader. She's the one who got me somewhat into reading, but she's not really, besides Facebook, like most boomers, she's just not really online. She plays Candy Crush and she goes on Facebook. So joining a readathon was a little too much for her to figure out. And
my parents they ask me about it and it's what's it called again? A readathon? They always forget the term. No, it's too complicated to explain. I can't even explain all these readathons to you, and it's too confusing. If you're not in it, you won't get it. So I'm not even gonna try.
It's confusing.
It's too much.
People always they ask me, they're like, you get books, but you post about books. Is it your job? Where are you posting about? And I'm like, how much time do you have?
Yeah, it's my friends texted me, are you winning the Reindeer Bookathon? I'm like, it's a readathon, but I don't know.
Bookathon. I'm like, Bookathon.
But you're trying to be
cute. Bookathon works. We'll take
Bookathon's cute. Just trying to be supportive.
They're trying their best.
Yeah.
Vanessa, our Candy Cane co-host. She's working on finishing up Wreck the Halls. 20 minutes left. If you haven't seen it yet, well, I'll grab it. I have it right here. What were you saying?
I was going to ask, when is that live show?
I'll tell you in a second. So Wreck the Halls, Tessa Bailey, is what me and Vanessa planned as kind of a little fun buddy read for everyone because a lot of people were reading it anyways. So if you want to join in on the buddy read, it's open to anybody. It's in the Discord. And let's see. I think it's next week on the 19th. It's at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. But it'll also be on YouTube. So if it's too late for you or it doesn't work out for you or you don't finish the book in time, the replay will be there. I'm guessing this was for Crumpet. Hola, hola. Hi, Sammy. I'm also, by the way, practicing my Spanish. So I have recently bought a couple kids' books in Spanish that I'm going to like annotate the heck out of to practice. And we'll see how that goes. I'm nervous. Let's see. Not read. I feel bad for my team because I have not helped. Hey, you are here supporting in spirit. That is worth something. That's worth something.
It's hard to read in December.
It is. I feel like I either read tons and tons and tons or like absolutely nothing at all.
Yeah. Just depends on the year.
Mm-hmm. Love your Santa hat. I'm wearing one, but it's a gothic festive version.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna need to see what that looks like. So tag me in your stories.
That makes sense for Queen Victoria.
Can you see this fabric? It's like super soft.
Oh, soft, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's one of those ones that came with like a set of Christmas pajamas, and it was just like attached to it. And now I just wear it all the time. It's my favorite.
Cute.
Oh, Vanessa's better at times than me. It's 8 p.m. Eastern on 12/19. There we go. I had it. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's why we have our co-host here. Not be awake at 10 p.m. Fair enough. Fair enough. Michaela is reading Yes by Olivia Dade. I love Olivia Dade. Have you read any Olivia Dade?
I recognize the name.
She has like really cute cartoony covers, romance.
Did she write Spoiler Alert? Is that the same author? Yeah. I haven't read it, but I know the name.
My brain was catching up. I was like, no, she doesn't put spoiler alerts. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yes, I literally have that book. That's funny. Queen Victoria, Finishing a Holiday by Gaslight by Mimi Matthews. I'm torn on what to start next, but made a poll in the Discord server. And so far, Kingdom of Sweets is winning. Should make some cocoa. That's a good idea.
That seems to be a popular book for the readathon, Kingdom of Sweets. That's the Nutcracker one.
Oh, I saw a lot of people saying they're reading it, but I didn't really make a connection.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And Sammy is going to be my new Spanish buddy. Thanks, Sammy. Let me know, Sammy, your favorite Spanish singers. I have a Spotify playlist, and that's been my thing recently is like adding new Spanish music to it. And then all of my TV shows, movies have Spanish subtitles.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go.
So I'm trying all of the like immersive things. We'll see what happens. What are you going to read this sprint?
I've got options. I'm listening to The Reluctant Queen, which is the sequel to The Queen of Blood. Because I read The Queen of Blood for, I don't know the prompt, the one where you had to word search.
Let me check.
I found blood for that one. And then I loved the book so much, I had to read the sequel.
That's why I was worried about putting a series in my TBR, but I did it anyways. And I don't know, it's kind of like derailing my like thoughts of what to read because I listened to the first audiobook for Vampire Academy, but like the other books don't really fit into the prompts. I know
this one doesn't fit, so it's just my one that doesn't fit, and then I'll go back to the ones that fit because I can't. I had to know.
How many books do you read at once?
Well, I usually have an audio, a physical, and an ebook, but my ebook takes me a while. I'm not always a Kindle reader, but
that makes sense.
I have this Tender Beast. This is an ARC. Comes out in February.
That's a really cool cover.
Yeah, look at this cover. Tender Beast by Noelle Sandbury. She actually lives close to me. So
local to you.
Local to me. She's actually more north than I am, and I feel bad for her. But yeah, so I have this, and it's like a YA horror. But
maybe if you finish it by February, she'll do like a book signing near you then.
Yeah, she does do them here.
That's cool.
Because I actually think Erik went to one with her. And I was like, I didn't know that was happening. Yeah. Yeah.
Just see what he's up to, get a copy of his schedule.
Yeah,
and-
he's more aware of the events going on around us. So just have
we get
to
a lot
follow
of
him around.
really cool, I'm trying to think, like thriller authors or mystery authors, because in Scottsdale, like I'll drive up for them sometimes. In Scottsdale, Arizona, they have a bookstore. It's called Poisoned Pen, and it's like primarily mysteries and thrillers is like their thing. So we'll get a lot of really cool people for that one. Like Riley Sager has came twice. I saw Alice Feeney there. I'm trying to think of who else. A couple other cool people. Oh, I got to see Geneva Rose came to town, and they didn't have a moderator. Their moderator had to like back out, so I got to be the moderator, which was like really stressful.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'm like, no, I mean, I don't know. Like, I like talking to people like through a screen a little bit better than I like sitting in front of a crowd of people.
Yeah.
I've only moderated.
And it wasn't like last minute. It's not exactly.
It was like the week before, so I definitely had time to like prep, and like I could have said no, but like I'm like, I feel like it's a good opportunity, and like I might regret it if I said no. So I was like, I'll do it. And it was really fun. Like we actually went for like drinks with her afterwards, and like her publicist. So that was really cool to like hang out with them. But moderating, I don't know, that's something like I might do a little bit more. Like every year at the Tucson Festival of Books, they've asked me to do it last year. They're asking me to do it again this year. But that's a little less stressful because it's usually like 15 old people just sitting in a room, like, because I don't get the like cool panels, like they give those to someone else that are like the young fiction authors that I would read. They give me like the really obscure ones that are like local or indie authors, which is cool because they're good books anyways, but like they're not the popular ones.
Well, if you do it a few times, maybe they'll ask you to do one of the bigger ones. You never know.
Oh, I don't know. Hopefully not. Noelle is reading The Dragon Republic for Blitzen. That sounds really cool. I don't know what that is. But you haven't met Dragon.
That's part of The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I'm guessing you rolled a big number because that's a big book. So
that actually brings me to what I might read today. You guys can help me decide because I have 3 options. I feel like, first of all, I have this buddy read I'm still reading of Ninth House, but this doesn't count towards the readathon, so it kind of feels illegal to be reading it right now. So I have
that's how I'm feeling too.
This is my book for like the book you wouldn't typically read, or like something that's been on your TBR or shelf for a while. That's this one. And then this was the one where I rolled a high number, and I rolled a 5. So
yeah, that's a chunk.
Help me decide.
My vote is from Blood and Ash. You gotta start it now.
I feel like it's long, but I feel like, I don't know, if it's anything like the only book of hers I've read, like I'll breeze through it. I read why are these titles so hard to pronounce?
They're all the same.
Super long. Like Race and Rune or whatever that one is.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I read one of hers way back in the day, like White Hot Kiss or something, like way back in the day. I think it was a gargoyle. That's the only one I read. It was a long time ago.
I mean, I want to read all of her books anyways. I feel like this is her most popular.
Oh, for sure.
Emily just finished Comic Prompt for Team Candy Cane. Yay! We'll be finishing Arbor Reality in this sprint.
Nice.
Fingers crossed. What is with all of these tree books? I feel like there's like a lot of people reading things with trees.
It's Christmas trees.
I'm still reading Rock, Paper, Scissors for the Cupid prompt. Nice. Once Vanessa finishes Wreck the Halls, gonna pick up The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon.
That is one of my favorite books of the year. I love that book so much.
What's
that whole
like
series.
The 1 or 2 sentence premise of it? Like, what's it about?
Well, it's a monster. It's a monster romance, first of all.
Okay.
And it's the only monster romance I have really loved. It is so good. So it's more, but it's got some adventure to it. The second one is better. The second one is called That Time I Got Drunk and Needed a Love Potion at a Werewolf. So they're human female main characters, and they all have romances with, and the first one obviously a demon, the second one a werewolf, and the third one's a dragon.
That sounds
funny. Kimberly Lemming is hilarious. So.
I feel like those titles make it seem like it's not going to be too serious.
It's not too
like
serious at all. No, they're fun. It's one of my favorites.
All right. I'm curious to see what everyone's going to say about Wreck the Halls. There's been a lot of conflicting opinions.
I'm not going to read it, but I will definitely be in the comments for the live show. You can spoil me.
You were right. Roll the 6.
Yeah, I figured.
Stuck in a car right now. I don't have a book light to read now that the sun has set. And I'm reading from Blood and Ash right now about her.
That's a sign. You have to read it.
Buddy read Loki. Yep, we got another one. Let's see. Rudolph book, popular one this year. Rolled the 4, Sammy. Kate. Yes.
It is.
That was fantastic.
That's the name of the series. That time.
Okay. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Chad only rolled a 1, but for one of the other prompts picked a 750-page book.
You got to get that bonus prompt. That's why.
True. Empire of Silence. I don't think I've ever read a book that long.
I don't think I have either, or at least not since I was a teenager.
I'm going to Google it. The longest book I know I read, and we're going to say read very loosely. I did listen to the audiobook, and I'm not saying that's why it's loosely. It's because I didn't process really any of it. I don't know what this book is about, but I listened to the whole thing. I tried to read Anna Karenina last year.
Oh, wow.
I made myself get through the whole thing. But
just so you can say you read it.
Well, I have like a scratch off poster.
I have one of those too.
Okay, this is actually, it says it's 864 pages, so I lied. There. I take it back. I'm a liar.
There you go. It is so funny.
I love that. Like, I love a book that you're reading and you're just like giggling. Like, I don't know. It's so fun. Good. You loved it, Kristin?
Mm-hmm.
I read Kimberly Lemming Out of Order. They are so fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mood of the day.
Yep.
Fun books. Roll the 2 and the evil laugh.
I think I rolled a 2 as well.
Really? I still haven't posted the video, but I need to post it. But I did roll a 5. You'll see.
There you go.
I was like, I have to record it or everyone's going to think I lied if I get like a 1 or a 2.
That's why I recorded it too. I was like...
Chad likes epic fantasy and space operas, so long books are a normal thing, but I like to break it up with shorter reads. That makes sense. I hear like really good things about space operas, but I've never read one. I feel like you'll have to tell me what your favorite is or a beginner one to start with might be better. If you're really used to these long books and you're reading 700 pages, no problem. Maybe I just need the beginner version.
Yeah, Becky Chambers.
Okay.
The long way to a small angry planet.
All right. I think we're about ready for our first sprint. What do we want to do? 30 or 40? What are we feeling?
30 is good for me.
Okay. I like 30.
Pull up those reindeers.
I am going to switch it up a little bit with what we're doing with the reindeers this time. You'll see in just a second. I need to remember everyone's team names really quick. All right, got it. Joys of being a beginner streamer.
It's all good. Everybody agrees about Becky Chambers.
Becky Chambers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go. Setting that timer. And look, we have our team.
I love it.
That's so cute. All right. Let's make sure that I don't scare everyone. And we should be all set. So happy sprinting, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and mute.
find mistletoe.
I love when that happens, like right at the end when one just shoots from the back. It's so cute.
Yeah,
It's
you
so
can't really predict until the last second who's
Mhm.
gonna win.
I think
Cute
that's
one.
the fun of it, though.
Yeah.
Well, congrats, Team Mistletoe. Let us know how you did on the sprint, what you read or what you did. I started From Blood and Ash, and as I predicted, it was very easy to read.
Oh wow.
Finished 66 pages already.
Wow, you're
So
flying through that. How many
flying through it.
pages is it?
Let's do this really carefully.
Yeah.
It has some like other content at the back. So it's like just over 600, it looks like.
It's not like, so you're gonna get through that pretty fast then.
I think so.
You're already
I
on
think
77.
I'm hoping to get through it in like the next 2 days because I've got some like book club books and other things. So I'm going to try to get through it quickly, but I think on the next sprint, I'm going to work on editing some photos and then read in the last one. So I kind of like sandwich it.
Break it up. You never gave us an update on the one book that took you forever to read. Is it The Long Game or
Wait, what?
what was that? What was that book you were reading on all the sprints with the goat on it?
Oh, yeah, that was the long game.
How to go in the end.
I finished it yesterday or the day before finally. I had read it on like 4 sprints. It's kind of long. It's like 400 pages, I think. I don't know. It's a little bit long it's long for a romance.
A romance, yeah.
I really, really liked it. I definitely will be giving it 5 stars.
Nice.
I just think like she writes really like realistic romance scenarios. Like I feel like they're not like too over the top. They're not like movie level. They just feel like sort of real life, but with some exciting scenarios. I don't know. It was really cute. I really liked it. The kids on the little soccer team were so cute. Like I usually didn't think I would like kids as like side characters, but like she did it really well. It was very cute.
Yeah, kids have to be written well because they can easily read like they're not actually kids.
Totally. Hello. Hi, Elena. Good evening. Welcome to the sprint. Reading for the next sprint. Just finished reading Magic by Danielle Steele. I haven't read a Danielle Steele in ages, but I did read a lot way back in the day before I even like knew what Goodreads was, because I would read all of my mom's books and she had
exact same. Yeah.
Yeah, those, and she had those. Have you seen that series that I think it's like Janet Ivanovich? And it's like
the A alphabet ones. Yeah. Yeah.
I read all of those.
All of her moms were the same.
Yep. There's got to be a few other ones. I definitely read some of my sister's books too, but like they weren't ever as big of readers. I'm going to be reading my Christmas book. That's exciting. What are you reading? Yay, mistletoe. Yay, mistletoe. We got a lot of excited people for Team Mistletoe. And a hello for Kristin.
Hello.
And a congrats. I hope you figured out the issues there, Elena, with your computer or the stream. Maybe just a refresh usually helps for me. Nikki loved The Long Game. So now I've read The Spanish Love Deception and I've read The Long Game, but I haven't read the one that she wrote in the middle, which I think is like the American Roommate Experiment.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, because I really liked The Spanish Love Deception. It's just one of those books that like I must have been busy at the time. So I think I'm gonna have to go back to that one. I'm like in a huge romance era. Not that I'm not always, but I feel like I'm reading like all of the ones that everyone loves right now for the first time and trying like a lot of the really hyped authors. So like I just read my first Lucy Score book and I feel like everyone's obsessed with her. So it's
Which one did you read? The Christmas one?
Yeah, The Christmas Fix. And I think that like if you're a romance author and you can write like a Christmas book and make it like really good, then your other romance must be like really good, you know, because like Christmas is pretty cheesy.
Yeah, it can lean real cheesy. I just embrace the cheesiness of a Christmas romance.
I mean, I love it. Like, I love all of the bad movies too. Like, I love them all, but like, there's something different about like a romance book and then like a Christmas romance
Oh,
book.
for sure. Yeah.
But I felt like her book, The Christmas Fix, felt more like a regular romance with Christmas, if that makes sense, instead of just being like a Christmas cheesy book. I don't know. It was really good. Up to 12% in Bullet Train, reading it for Prancer. I actually really liked Bullet Train. I listened to the audiobook before we went to the movie. I love to do like a read before you watch. Even if I don't end up posting about it, I try to always read before I watch. The movie was good. Bridget has about 10 pages left in Legendborn.
Nice.
Have you read Legendborn?
I have. Not the sequel, of course, but
Same. We can only do so much.
Yeah. I'll wait for the next one and then I'll marathon them.
That's a good idea. Elena's next book, going to read The Christmas Wedding Guest.
Interesting.
Ooh. I don't know why my brain like thought like, is this a mystery? It's probably a romance, but like it sounds like intriguing to me. Could be a mystery.
For some reason, wedding guest gives mystery. A lot of mysteries
Guest.
around weddings, and they have guest in the title.
Something about the word guest seems suspicious. Kate loved the movie, made her want to try the book. Yes.
Who's in the movie? I don't think I know the movie.
It's like one of those super star-studded movies. It has
That's
like
a Brad Pitt one. Okay.
It has, what's his name? The Spanish singer that I'm blanking on his name that's like really popular. I'm gonna have to look it up. And it has Aaron Taylor Johnson. Is that his name? Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson, the one who TikTok is in love with. Joey King. It has Bad Bunny. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh, Bad Bunny.
Oh, and it has Logan Lerman in it also.
Oh, interesting.
And a bunch of other people. It's so good. I really liked it. I liked it way more than I thought I would. The book, I will say I like really wanted to speed up the audiobook. Like it got a little long for me. Like I did like it, but I think maybe blasphemous to say I might have liked the movie more.
It's funny when that happens.
Definitely tell Erik and let him know. He will get to the messages when he can. I know he's busy, so there's probably somewhat of a delay there, but if that happens, I think he can fix it for you. And that's the mood I want to be reading. Same. I think, do you want to do a little bit longer for this next sprint?
Sure.
Okay, let's do a 40-minute sprint this time. And this time I will do numbers again for the reindeer. So let me go ahead and adjust those. Just trying out different things.
Mix it up. Yeah.
Okay, clear 40 minutes on the clock. Let us know in the comments what reindeer you're going to pick once I share the screen here.
Is Charles Dickens going to appear once again?
I don't know. He's got to. Oh, we got a few new additions joining in. Hi, Joe. Kate had to add the audio because something about the translation is hard. Yeah, I agree. The translation is a little hard on that one. I agree. Joe is in the chat. Everyone's excited. And for the older people in the audience, a whole bunch of people we don't know, and Brad Pitt. Depending on what age you are. If you are younger than me, I'll mention Logan Lerman. If you're my age, I'll mention Bad Bunny. If you're older than me, Brad Pitt. That's something.
Really? No. Bad Bunny is dating Kendall Jenner, right?
I like how that's how you know him.
That's what I know about him. And I think like the second most listened to person on Spotify.
Yeah, he's huge. Have you seen the Kendall Jenner like woods thing that went viral when he was talking about the mosquitoes?
No.
Oh, everyone is like dying because they only hear him speak in Spanish and they don't hear him speak in English. And there's like this video where she's like, they're walking somewhere and there's mosquitoes. And he's like, careful, mommy, the mosquitoes. And everyone's like, oh. It's so dumb, but it's so cute. Joe's reading
this cursed light.
This cursed light. We don't support his decision. Oh, poor bad baby. I don't think he cares.
I don't think so either.
Which team won the last race? We did Mistletoe last time. The beefing. Yeah, all my Latina friends were like, we disowned him after that one.
Oh, see, I don't know all this story. I just know.
I've got all
just
the
do that
lore. I love some pop culture for sure. All right, I think we're ready for some reindeers. Like I said, we are gonna do a 40-minute sprint on this one. So let us know in the chat right now which reindeer you're calling dibs on. 1, 2, 3, or 4. What do you think?
There are 2 pink ones. How do I choose?
Is that your kind of like go-to? You see the
Yeah,
pink?
I see a pink. I think I'm gonna go 2.
2? Okay. I mean, that's pretty cute with like the little snowflakes. It almost
The
seems
little
like
snowflakes and the little. Well, I'm gonna show my Canadian here, but the toque or a
they're
beanie.
almost like the little baby onesies is what I think of.
It is. That's exactly what it is. Imagine trying to put a real reindeer in one of those.
Yeah, I don't recommend. I usually
One has
go
the
for like
lights.
Yep, you knew it.
Yeah.
I usually go for like a classic Christmas, and none
Yeah.
of these are, so I'm gonna have to pick the one with the extra bling, number 1.
Yeah, I knew it.
Those Christmas lights. You know me so well already.
I do.
All right. Let us know in the chat who you're picking, and I am gonna go ahead and mute and start us off. Number 2.
See, pink never lets me down.
I just realized every single time they win, is that when it gives them the red nose?
I think so, yeah. They become Rudolph, I guess.
I never noticed that until right now. Aw.
Cute.
So cute. I was literally racing to like the last possible second to finish my sprint. Like I was responding to messages and then I was like, no, I need to at least get one post done and submitted for approval. And it was like 40 seconds left. And I was like uploading. And I was like, hurry.
But you got it.
No, it's good. I really like sprints, especially when I'm able to like break it up like that to do some like reading, something else. I feel like it tricks my brain into thinking like part of it's fun and then part of it's like I don't know,
Productive.
like checking off something off that like checklist. You know what I mean?
I find the time goes by fast when you're sprinting. Like that was a fast 40 minutes.
It went by really fast for me too. What did you accomplish?
I'm at 40% of my audiobook. I went back to it. I have to know what happens in this series.
Are you like multitasking as you listen or doing something else or?
I'm just like on social media. You know how
Yeah.
it is.
I feel like I can't just like sit and listen to an audiobook. Like my
No.
hands need to be doing something. I have too much energy for that.
Yeah, that's where like phone games come in handy.
Mm-hmm. I want to get back into it. I'll probably maybe at Christmas or in the new year. We were talking about Disney Dreamlight Valley. I want to get back into playing that on my Switch just because I like feel like I was really happy when I played it. Like I don't know, it's like a good mood booster for me. But if I do it with audiobooks, then I feel like I don't know, it's a good combo for me. So I want to do that.
They just had a big update on there. I think there's like The Nightmare Before Christmas or something.
Yeah. There's like I'm like a year behind, so like it's gonna take me forever to catch up. But I think that I don't know, that's a good problem to have. And maybe if I figure it out eventually, like maybe I'll stream and play or something. I don't know. I always watch streamers, so I think it would be fun.
That'd be fun.
Let's see. Elena pre-ordered the Ironbound Flame. It is coming out in less than 3 months, March, from Barnes & Noble on your laptop. Nice. I'm not a big pre-orderer, but sometimes I do.
If there's good incentives out there too.
Mm-hmm. That's what'll really get me. Like if they have cool pins, that is my favorite. Like I don't care if it has like a sticker or something like that, but pins are one of my favorites. Or I think the best pre-order that I had ever seen was for Robin Schneider's series, like I forget what it's called. It's like a Camelot based series. I forget the name of the series, but the first book is called The Other Merlin. And when the second book was coming out, she got a new cover designer. So they actually were redoing the cover of the first one because it was really ugly. And they did like a pre-order. You would get a dust jacket for your first book. So now it would match. And I was like, I've never seen anyone like actually do that, not just make you buy another one. So that was super cool.
Yeah, that's a good pre-order. I know authors are starting to do like page overlays where it's like
I want to get some of
those. I have Emily Wild ones from Fairy Loot and I love, but I know I've been seeing some more authors that's like a pre-order and they're so pretty. I love that new trend.
Send me a picture of yours later. I want to see. I've thought about like going on Etsy to order some of those. I think they're so cool.
They're so pretty.
I don't own any yet, surprisingly, with all the books I have. That's one thing I don't have.
The ones online that I see are pretty much just Sarah J. Maas. So I don't know if it's like a huge, but like now that authors are doing pre-orders of their own stuff, I think that's so fun.
I've seen some of Twilight and I feel like I need that. Like I have like my little Twilight section and it's
I'm sure there's Fourth Wing ones out there too.
There's one specifically, I'll have to find the link for it, but you know the scene in the first book or first movie of Twilight where they're like in the field and they lay down and it's like flowers and it's super pretty. They have like an overlay for that. And I'm like, oh, I need it.
Is he like sparkling?
I think so.
I don't know. He like or that he like glistens or whatever.
Yes. The skin of a killer, Bella. Amal got 15% into Daughter of Ashes. Ooh, audiobook. Bonus points. I don't know what Nikki did, but yay, Nikki. Let's see. Michaela is switching sides, switching to reading Sable Peak. Nice. Got a bunch of mood readers today.
Yeah,
I like
everybody's jumping all over the place. I love that.
Also finished recently, and Sable Peak was so good. Nice. We've got a lot of fans of Sable Peak.
I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up.
I don't know either, and that's why I love like these kinds of chats, because I feel like so many people like recommend something, and then I don't know, I get like different things that I wouldn't see maybe on, you know, Book Talk or Bookstagram, because like you start to get a lot of the same content.
Yeah. Gonna look it up.
Amal still hasn't finished it, but need to finish the readathon books first. I feel that. I put my buddy read on pause, but my buddy read of Ninth House, everyone in the chat like finished the book early and wants to move the discussion early, and I'm like the only one who doesn't want to. So
you're holding them up.
I'm like, thanks. I guess I'll read it faster. Michaela is doing a buddy read with Nikki. Sad it's the last book. Can't wait. I'm so excited. It's finally out. Aw. But at least you guys get to do it together. That's cool. Hi, Calvin.
I do know what Sable Peak is because now I recognize it. Indigo Ridge.
Oh, I don't, but it looks cool.
Yeah, I recognize that cover now.
I am actually going to write it down before I forget. Wait, do you know what this stands for? I'm sure you do, right?
A Court of, I think it's Silver Flames.
Thank you. I haven't read them yet. I haven't
read them either. I haven't read them either.
Oh, here we go. Silver Flames.
There you go.
I hope you're liking it, or gonna like it, I should say, because you said you're going to be reading. Oh, Amal switching to Savage by Mia Sheridan. Stuck with this book from years ago. I don't know why. I've read one Mia Sheridan, and I need to give her another chance because I didn't really like the one I read. And I'm surprised because I feel like she's, you know, one of those like popular romance girlies, and that's usually like my bread and butter, but I'm going to figure out which one it was. Mia Sheridan. So my beef with it, and maybe this is more like my book talk beef than beef with the author, but like I think it was because the main characters were too young for like how spicy it was. It made me feel like a little bit of an ick. Yeah, it was Kyland. Like they were adults, but like they were barely adults. I think at first they were in high school, and then it like sped up in time, if I remember correctly, but I felt like they were just a little too young for me as like a 30-year-old to be like, no, not for me. Let's see. Nicole, hello. Jumping in, 33. Walking Dead Compendium, #1. I didn't realize they had books.
I think they're comics.
Oh,
like yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I watched part of the first season, and then Omar got really, really into the show. And then I was just like busy. So it was one of those shows like I didn't sit down and watch with him. And sometimes I would fall asleep when he was watching it. And I started to get like in real life that like zombie sound was happening, and it was like messing with my dreams. And I was like, this is really scary.
I didn't even start it because I know I don't do well with zombies.
It's actually like they're pretty realistic. Like as much as like if I thought zombies were real, I feel like that's what they would look like, you know?
Yeah.
So it was scary, but I might still watch it. I do like scary things. I just don't like nightmares.
Yeah, people love that show.
Vanessa, I think I'm gonna do one more sprint. I don't know if Kristin can hang still, but I'm down for one more after this.
Yeah, I can do one more.
Cool. The actual comics. Yeah. The Walking Dead. I like that I know what that means now.
There you go.
Yes, the comics. It's fantastic. You know, that is one thing that I love about local libraries is like graphic novels and comics, because at the rate that like you can read them so quickly, they really add up financially.
Yeah,
they're expensive.
They are.
So if you haven't checked out your libraries already for graphic novels and comics, that's the spot.
I don't even mind them on my Kindle.
Really? I haven't really tried on my Kindle. Do you do any graphic novels through NetGalley ever?
I don't think I have.
It's weird because they give you like a PDF file, and I kind of did it on accident once. Like I didn't realize it was like a graphic novel, but I like them, so I wasn't mad about it. But they make you download, I don't know if it's like a PDF or like a Mobi file. It's something that doesn't go easily to your Kindle. But I just had to read it on the computer, but it actually wasn't that bad. I just read it with like an Adobe program, and I was like, hey, at least I get color. And I mean, usually you read them in like under an hour, so it wasn't so bad.
I don't think I really knew they even did graphic novels on there.
It's a good way if you're trying to like ramp up your score.
Yeah, I know.
Graphic novels. That's what I did.
I need to do that.
Vanessa, 8% into that.
What do we think?
The demon. Yes, I would like to know how you're feeling about it. Oh, here we go.
Oh, good. It's impossible not to love that book, I feel like. It's so fun. And the second one is even better. So
rare. I feel like people always get worse with the second book. Go Team Pink.
Yes. Sammy and I are on the same page. Always choose the pink.
Got that vibes. Kate Coy got to 21%, and Bullet Train definitely enjoying more with audio. What speed are you listening at, though? That's what I need to know. Have to head out. Thanks for the sprints. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, Kate. Sammy didn't read. Sammy, what did you do? It's okay. I didn't read either. Hi, what are you reading? You go first, Kristin.
Don't mind my cat crying in the background. Oh. But he wants to get in here so badly. I'll let him in the next sprint. But I'm reading two things, Tender Beast, and I got to page 23 on the first sprint, and it's very, very interesting.
Is it like thriller, mystery? What is it?
I think it's YA horror.
It looks a little scary on the cover with
like
the...
look at her.
Yeah.
Intense. Yeah. And then I'm reading The Reluctant Queen by Sarah Beth Durst. Very good. Highly recommend. The first book is The Queen of Blood.
Ooh.
Fantasy.
Nice. I like it. You're always reading like different genres and like ages.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like it. It's interesting.
I can't stick to one thing. I'm all over the place.
I'm like that too. I am reading From Blood and Ash. I feel like I'm finally like a book talk girly with this one. It's so long. I got to page 66 in the first sprint. And then in the second sprint, I worked on like editing photos and submitting posts for a post on Lemonade. So I was working on editing posts. Ooh, actually, fun story real quick. I finally got back my copy of Little Women. This is the edition that they show in like the 2019 movie. So it looks like that.
Yeah.
And isn't that cool? They actually like sell it.
Cool. Yeah. That's cute.
Like over a year ago, I tabbed it and I picked tabs that like matched the cover. And then me and a group of friends on Bookstagram, we all picked a different pen color. And then we all bought a copy of our favorite book. This was mine. And then we took turns like shipping it to each other and annotating whenever we had it. So it has like a bunch of different.
That is such a cute idea.
So you can see like all the different colors.
That is so fun.
Ooh, my postcard fell out. But there was like 5 or 6 of us, and like some of them are moms and some of us moved, and like it was supposed to be like a 3-month thing, and this book was gone for like a year, and I was convinced I was never getting
You're never gonna get it back. What other books were in it?
Boy.
Not to put you on the spot.
I mean, to be fair, like all of the other ones I read over 6 months ago, so I don't remember. But the one that I had last was Beartown. So I'm finishing that one up for her. And then that's my last one. So I just barely started Beartown by Friedrich Bachmann. So
yeah, it's supposed to be super sad, that one.
Yeah, that's why I was avoiding it.
Yeah.
But
I have my list
this week. And then one of the girls also picked Anne of Green Gables, which I remember because that's obviously a favorite of mine. So I was really excited that she picked that. And then what's it called? What's that book? Like the classic 1980 what? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the George Orwell book.
That's an interesting one to choose.
Yeah, it was
Or-
weird that it was like her favorite, but she's also
Yeah.
like a lawyer and she's just like super smart. And I was like,
That makes sense.
you would, you would. But I was never gonna read that book, so that was good. Good for me.
And you really have to pay attention if you're going to annotate it, and you try and look like you have some deep thoughts about things.
I found that like I would get the audiobook from my library and so like but I wouldn't put it faster. I would keep it at like a slower speed than usual. Like usually I go like 2x. I would keep it a little bit slower because then it gave me the time to like annotate and like draw little doodles and things because I feel like it's more special than like I don't know, if you draw something it's more exciting than just an underline here or there. Emily finished her book. Nice, nice. Don't forget to submit your points. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining the sprints. Let's see. Laura finished the book for Vixen. Christmas Tree Prom, double stacked. Nice, nice. Let's see. Jen jumped in during that sprint reading Other Birds by Sarah Addison Allen for the Donner prompt. Nice. And hello, hello. Welcome in. All right, I think that's it. I think we are caught up on comments. So we want to do a 30 or a 40 for our last one. How are you feeling, Kristin?
I can do either.
Okay,
I'm good with
then
either.
let's do 40.
Okay.
I want to read
Sounds
and
good.
I want to finish one more post. So that's my
There
goal.
we go.
All right, let's get these reindeer ready. Shuffle these characters. 1 second. All right.
Charles Dickens.
I know. Maybe I'll just have to shuffle until he shows
Until
up.
he even shows up. Like the mascot at this point.
He's not there.
Ooh.
We need him. There we go.
There he is.
All right. So
Oh,
tell us in the
interesting.
comments 1, 2, 3, or 4. I don't know who you're gonna pick. I think you
I
know
don't know
who
who I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
pick.
pick, but
You're gonna pick 3.
I am.
For some reason, I'm drawn to 4 because I don't think I've seen anywhere like one of the antlers is patterned like that.
It's kind of cute that like only one is patterned too.
Yeah, I
Like,
kind of love that. So I'm gonna
like
go 4.
funky, like a
Yeah.
unique
It looks
little guy.
different from the other ones we've seen.
Okay, I'm gonna remind myself to put my number in chat because sometimes I forget, and then if I don't put it in chat, then I forget later who I picked.
I'll do the same.
All right,
There we
40
go.
minutes on the clock. We will see you in a bit.
You always got to just vote for Charles Dickens. He always wins.
That's definitely who you got to put your money on if we're betting.
Yeah, it's true. Woo.
Sorry, Omar's sneezing in the background.
I thought it was a door slamming. That's an impressive sneeze.
I got to page 96. So between
Nice.
1.5 of our sprints, I think that's a pretty solid chunk.
Thoughts so far?
It's okay. I agree. It's like her other book in the sense that it's fantasy that's easy to read. Like it's not world building that hurts my brain.
Yeah.
So that's nice. I like the main character so far. She seems fine. Like I'm not like, oh, I love her, but she's fine. Like she's good enough for now.
Good enough.
They keep introducing like other people, which is a little bit confusing. But in general, I'm definitely liking it. I like the premise of it. I like what she's capable of. Trying to keep it like spoiler free. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna really like it. I have a good feeling about it.
Good.
Yeah.
And now
How'd
you're
you do?
committing to a huge series of big books.
I know.
So
I
there you
know.
go.
Oh no, what did I do?
I got to 50% of my audiobook. So, and I
Nice.
gave the crying cat his treat. So hopefully he's silent now. Because I usually give him his treat around 9. So he's like, where is my treat?
I guess I was supposed to give Omar a treat so that he would be silent. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Here's your treat.
Sometimes they need treats too. Oh, you missed 2 hours of sprints. Well, I always save the replays to my page after, which I know a lot of people were not in their time zone. So I feel like it works for you to watch the next day too. You know, you probably want to read or be productive tomorrow too. I'm currently reading A Winter in New York. I think that's the one with the blue cover. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think it's Josie Silver, and it's like a snow globe.
Yes, it looks really, really cute.
It does look cute.
Good soup. This was the last sprint. Yes, indeed. The last sprint of the day. Elena finished final semester, Quincy Cafe, and I will start on January 3rd. Nice. Congrats. Go number 1.
Number 1.
I forgot I had this on. I feel like that always happens with sprints. Like you get into the groove of it and you have it on in the background, and all of a sudden they start talking, and you're like,
yeah, that happens to me every time. Except when I'm on there, I'm so aware of the timer.
I had Team Candy Cane Vanessa's like productivity sprints on the other day, but then I was watching other YouTube videos, so she was just like in another tab, and all of a sudden she started talking to me, and I like totally jumped. That's funny.
Nice.
Calvin got to page 536 of Silver Flames. Are you not done yet? Like, how many pages is this book?
I think it's a big one.
That's wild. Sammy says she did nothing again. Sammy, what are you up to on these sprints? Oh, that's funny. I mean, I feel that. Sometimes I just like want to hang, you know, like I just want to be with people, even if it's like people online. I mean, my love language is quality time, so I feel like that checks out.
There you go. That makes sense.
I get it. Have you ever done that test, the 5 love languages?
Yes. What is mine? Words of affirmation.
All right. Well, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
No, I always like to find out with my friends and like my coworkers too, because I'm like, love languages aren't just for like who you're in a relationship.
Yeah, it's for everything.
I also think you have to like retake it like every 2 or 3 years because they kind of shift a little.
Yeah, you grow.
Evolve. Picked a little life back up, and I'm 41 pages in. Have you read that one?
I have.
And
very traumatic.
I feel like no one has read that book and like came out unscathed. Like everyone was like traumatized and depressed.
Yeah, I was like kind of mad at it, to be honest. Like I was like, this is too much. Like I'm kind of angry at you now.
Is it that sad like the whole way through? Because it's pretty long too. I didn't know if it was like one of those ones that like rips you to shreds just at the end.
No, it does do that, but it's sad the entire time through. Like there's very few moments of joy in it. There's some, but then you're crushed again.
I don't know what it is. Like Well, I mean, I kind of know what it is, but I don't really gravitate towards sad books. Like I have a really hard time picking them up because I'm like, I don't want to make myself be sad. But I love sad movies. And I think maybe it's because like I can just like it's over in an hour and a half and I
Yeah,
can
it's not like a
finish it.
full. And
Yeah.
that Little Life's a long one too. So you're in
Mhm.
that for a minute.
Yeah, it's super long. I mean, I feel like I'll read it one day just because like FOMO is too real.
Yeah, you
But
have to know.
everyone who has read has cried real tears, kind of scared. Well,
I don't think I cried. I think what happened for me was it was so traumatic that I eventually just like put a wall up. I'm like, you're not going to get to me because I'm prepared for you now.
come at me.
Yeah, like I know what you're going to do to me and I'm not going to let it happen.
I can't remember the last book I cried. I know every once in a while I'll get like a happy tear because I'm like a sentimental weirdo.
I happy cry more than I sad cry.
Same. Yeah. I do remember one book that made me cry, which I was surprised by, was Firefly Lane. I read that once again, like another book to screen adaptation. I read it before the first season came out on Netflix. Yeah. And like that book is, I relate to absolutely none of it. So I don't know what I was crying about. But
I feel like people always cry for like Kristin Hannah.
That was actually the time I've read her books. I have like 5 of them, but they're long and sad.
They are
so
long.
I didn't read them.
I was actually invited to like a Zoom thing with Katherine Heigl and stuff before that show came out. And then I never watched it. I never watched the show, but Katherine Heigl was very nice.
You went to that Zoom?
Yeah.
I was there too, but I didn't know.
Yeah, we were there. We were there. She was really nice. But I was so really distracted by the size of her ring. Her ring is massive. She was like this.
I didn't even think about that. Now I want to look it up.
I was like, my goodness, that is a massive ring. But she was really nice.
I'm definitely going to get to more of her books. I have Fly Away, The Great Alone, I think it's called. I can't really see because my stars are in the way.
Yeah, The Great Alone.
And The Nightingale. I have those 3.
Yeah, I've only read The Nightingale.
I feel like that's like the classic one. And I feel like everyone reads it for a book club. So like maybe
it's definitely like a book club book. 100%.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like maybe I'll at least do like a buddy read, if not a book club of it.
It's like one of those books. My mom's not a big reader, but she's read The Nightingale. You know what I mean?
It's a mom book. It really is a mom book.
I like loved it and cried and all that stuff.
A lot of my book club, like my in-person ones, are like older women. So maybe I'll get them to read it.
Yeah, that might be a good one.
Good night, Elena. Thanks for hanging out. Before we go, let's check into when our next sprints are. I know we might be adding a couple more for Team Snowflake, so definitely pay attention to the Discord for that. Let's see. Am
I the next one? Or I think I have one on the 17th.
Yep, you're the next. Yep. So that's Sunday the 17th. For me, it's 1 p.m., which is Mountain Time. For you, it's
3
Eastern.
Yes, I think
Sunday, a nice weekend one and a nice middle of the day too.
That's what I figured. Yeah,
switching it up. Anyhow, well, thank you everyone in the chat and watching for hanging out. It was cool that I got to host one this time. I feel like that was new for me. So thanks for hanging with me and supporting me. I definitely appreciate it. If you haven't already, please make sure to like the video and go subscribe to all of the other hosts that are down below. That really helps us all out and we appreciate it because we put a lot of love and hard work into this readathon and into our channels. Thank you, Kristin, for being here. I did not want to do this alone. It was like, I can talk to a screen by myself, but it's not nearly as fun. So I'm so glad
it's not as fun. Of course.
And that we actually got some things done, unlike our girl Sammy. Just kidding.
Call Sammy out.
Thank you all for hanging out, and we will see you in the Discord. Bye, friends.
Bye.